welcome back on my channel. Welcome to the journey. If this is your first time joining, my name is Willow and I react to music I don't know. Although, well, today it's a new song, but it's an artist I have reacted to on the channel already, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it is Charlotte Wessels. She is back and I'm really excited. I absolutely loved the first song I heard from her last time, and it was a special request, a coffee request from Vadim, and once again it's yet another request from Vadim this time, so thank you so much honestly for the support on the channel. This time we will be reacting to EXORCISM, which, I mean, sounds right up my alley. I think it is from her most recent album, like the other song was as well. Is it going to be similar? Is there a theme throughout the album? I guess we'll find out with this one, but I mean, let's exorcise these demons, shall we? Exorcise? That's the word, right? Before we fully jump into it though, I would like to let you know you can check out my description below, because there will be a link to my Ko-fi page and you can leave me your requests there, and check out my Patreon if you want. But anyway, it's time to listen. This is the official music video, and let's see what it's got in store for us. Yeah. Oh.
You were here at 7, banging my head against the wall to the rhythm of some old hymn that I still recall. When I was 11, you told me I'm like the silver hammer, and I ran on empty, not a day too soon.
Oh. I love her dress. I'll just have to say it.
Well, your tone changed after to hunger strikes.
The atmosphere in the background. This is interesting.
Kissed you sickly, smoking outside, nuts in your room. Was the first time ever I thought of expelling you. 'Cause I'm gonna stay up, I'm gonna stay up loud, I'm gonna stay up, I'm gonna stay up loud, I'm gonna stay up, I'm gonna stay up loud, I'm gonna stay up.
Oh. Yeah. Ooh. The guitar wanted to go off there. Oh. Oh, I got chills.
Oh, you wondered briefly. You left me crying tears of joy. And for a minute I knew peace, and it was beautiful and so boring.
Oh.
I know I'll exercise you and twice each decade from now.
That can't be nice. Right in the throat, that's interesting. Oh. Oh, are they missing? Oh, yeah. Ah! Okay. Ah, what a finale. Oh, I feel like there was a lot going on there. First of all, visually, the video is really pretty. Love the dress, like I said, but just the whole, like, all red, like the contrast with the red, the sort of dirty pool they're in with, like, the white, and then whenever she's wearing this black armor thing, whatever that's meant to be, the contrast with, like, the red really punching is really, really beautiful. I love the video in general. I couldn't catch a lot of the lyrics, so I feel like I may be missing a lot of symbolism in the video as well, so I'm gonna look them up quickly. Oh, it's the Exorcism, my bad. But yeah, but before I get into the lyrics, if we speak about the music, I think, to begin with, I really, really loved the other song, but I think instantly this goes above it. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a bit heavier than the other one with, like, the screams, but I liked that it was still soft and there was this balance of things, and you could really tell, like, you know, it's when it gets, you know, she's like, be gone, stay away or something. Yeah, stay away, be gone. And that's when it's, like, really heavy. It's like this, all of this anger. When she's just like, all right, I've told you what I had to say. And now she's just like, be gone. And, you know, it has to be heavy. So I like that that's, like, reflecting this, you know, thought process and emotional turmoil, I guess. I say without really knowing the rest of the lyrics. You know, you could just tell with those lyrics that I was just like, I want to get my point across, right? Fucking leave. There was a little tease at some point after the first time. I think it goes heavy and the guitar goes wah, wah. And I was like, oh, we're getting a solo, and then we didn't. And I was like, oh, maybe we'll get it later. You know, it was like a little bit of a tease. But then this sort of idea came back later on as well, with just the guitar going distorted a little bit, and I don't know, that was just cool. We didn't get a solo, that's fine. I guess it helped represent the lyrics and this sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, this sort of febrility of, like, please go, like, this sort of, like, feeling uneasy the whole time was also reflected in the guitar and being like, that's just me. Most of the time I can't find the words, I just make noises. I don't think my point gets across. Either way, but regardless. Let's have a quick look at the lyric. You were here at 7, banging my head against the wall. Oh, Jesus. Alright, that's starting rough. Not how I like to start my morning. I'm not even up at 7. To the rhythm of some old hymn that I still recall. When I was 11, you told me I'm like the silver moon, and I ran on empty, not a day too soon. Well, your tone changed after, to hunger strikes and hurricanes, scarlet summers, growing pains. I'd follow you all the same. Oh, I kissed you sickly, smoking out sadness in your room. Oh, this, like, I feel it in my lungs, like, this lyric. It was the first time ever I thought of expelling you. Because I'm going to stay up, I'm going to stay afloat, I'm going to stay up, I'm going to stay afloat. with or without you. Stay away, be gone, stay away, be gone. Okay. I'm trying to figure out here if we're talking about someone, literally, or about something. Like maybe some sort of addiction or even like mental illness. Or if it was literally like an abusive father, brother, I don't know, mother. We never know. Oh, you wondered briefly, you left me crying tears of joy, and for a minute I knew peace. Oh, for a minute I knew peace. Got chills there. And it was beautiful and so boring. Okay, I got that lyric, but I was like, what are we on about here? It was beautiful, but it was so boring. I know I'll exorcise you, and twice each decade from now on. And what? And though I might sedate you, you will never be gone. And twice each decade from now on. What happens twice each decade? Is there something specific that happens? Like once every 5 years? Clearly I'm missing something here. I can't help but come back to the lyric. And it was beautiful and so boring. It's this sort of thing where like, you know, sometimes you just wish for something. You just wish for peace. She just wished for peace, like, for all of those years. And then she got it. She was like, oh, that's blissful. But, like, now what? You know, sometimes, like, it's like, oh, I guess sometimes wishing for something is, like, better than the actual thing. Once we got it, we're like, alright then. Well, I guess that's that. You know, you're dreaming about going somewhere all your life, and then you get there and you're like, well, I've been there. Alright, take a good picture and leave. You know, not always, obviously, but that's what this phrase is kind of making me think of. It's kind of just like, and the so boring. It's just like, actually, there's something in me that liked not being at peace, that liked this sort of anxiety or misery, I don't know. And though I might sedate you, so like that's what it's making me think that it's got something to do with a mental illness or something, because it's like it can be sedated with or controlled or regulated with medication, but it's still always there, depending on what it is, obviously. You'll never be gone, you'll never be, because I want to stay up, I want to stay afloat. I like my first thought when I heard this lyric in the first chorus was like, stay afloat. Obviously this idea of drowning, you know, it's quite often used, I think, especially when it has to do with like emotional turmoil. You know, emotions is linked to water, to tears maybe as well. And it's this idea sometimes that like, it's so much, you know, it feels like you're drowning, like you can't breathe, you've got water in your lungs, and it's just like, you know, it feels like drowning. It's quite often used, but because, like, my mind went to the first song. What was the title? Chasing Sunsets. It also had, like, a bit of a theme about being on a boat and looking at the horizon and, like, keep sailing. So, yeah, I just thought it was a nice... Maybe that is the theme on the album. You know, this sort of, like, keeping afloat. You were here at 7. See, I was like... At first I thought it meant, like, a time, like 7 o'clock. But then the next verse is when I was 11. Although it could still be a time, I don't know. Banging my head against the wall. Yeah, the beginning makes me think she's talking about someone, because she says, I'd follow you all the same. But it could also be following the voices in her mind, you know, this feeling. But then I kissed you sickly. Ah! This is very confusing. I'm sure there is an explanation somewhere, but if you know about it, you know, do let me know. Do let me know in the comments if you know what the song is meant to mean. That is, for now, my interpretation. I might look into it at some point. She needs to exercise, you know, something out of herself. So surely it's got to be with something within, you know, that she's representing in her mind as this sort of demon. I'll say demon because that's usually what you exercise out of someone, but it'll never be gone. Musically, it also showed this sort of back and forth in like, stay away, be gone, and then it's like, but you'll never be gone, but it's like, please leave. Like this sort of back and forth of like, I just want you to be gone so much, and I've tasted peace before, but you're never going to leave. And actually it's quite boring when you do leave, you know, this sort of, so musically it's like very soft and very heavy at the same time, and it's like, you know, a bit bipolar, I guess. And I really enjoy that. I like that the lyrics are deep. I liked musically whatever the drums were doing in the heavy parts. Oh, that was divine. Yes, this sort of like constant like I can't think of the word to explain what it is, but I guess distortion in the guitar, these little peaks in notes, like keeping us on edge, you know, keeping this sort of edgy energy throughout the song. Amazing, beautiful voice, as always. I really enjoyed the song, so thank you so much, Vadim, for this suggestion. I will put this right in my playlist today, right now, right this second. But, you know, first I will say goodbye to you, because I'm not mean. You know, I am a polite human sometimes. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't know her and you just discovered her with this video, please let me know. Let me know what you think. And like I said, what you think the lyrics mean. If you know, maybe she's explained it somewhere. So do let me know down in the comments below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel for more content like this, or for in general. And like I said before, I have my Ko-fi page linked in the description below, and my Patreon as well, so you can leave me requests on Ko-fi, some requests on Patreon as well, and you get you get early access to this content and access to a bit more on Patreon as well, so worth checking out if you want that. If you just in general want more from me, and you know, when I said the EXORCISM, like the title was right up my alley, it's because I also have another channel on which I talk about witchcraft and ghosts and this sort of paranormal stuff sometimes. So if that's also your jam, you might as well check out my other channel, and I also have a podcast. Everything linked down in the description below. But anyway, for now, I will let you go. I will go exorcise my own demons. Exercise, it sounded like I said I was gonna go running with them. I mean, might as well, you know, tire them out first and then exercise them. Maybe that's a new technique we should try. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.